Yeah. We can match. Surprised to see you're up. You feeling happier yet? You said some things you regret. When did you decide? Yeah, I'm in a separate room. Her hair got short for a second, then went long again. Happier, yeah. You said some things you regret. You said some things you regret. When did you say? Up and never meaning. I don't know if you saw the past stream earlier, Donnell, but I was fucking shit up, basically. Oh, wow. But yeah, I was killing all those people earlier. Nope. The stream was like 2 hours long. It went all the way through. She got tired of fighting me and like lost it. Oh, God. I'm not gonna, you know, stand up and fall for the whole thing. It's just not gonna work out. What? Oh, wait! Yo, what did... Mm. Mm. God. I didn't play all day, but I played enough. Oh. No. Oh, God. Oh. What? How are you blocking that? What? No. Ah, fuck you, Darnell. No! Oh! Fuck! Damn it. You feeling happier yet? You said some things you regret. Ah! Oh, Darnell, stop spamming that move, please. Stop spamming. Ah! Stop with that fucking move. Ah. 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 You said some things you regret. But it never had no meaning. When did you decide? Oh! Oh god, a dot! No. What? When did you find? The hell? God. Oh, no, no. Oh, fuck. Die. Die. Crap. No. You said some things you regret. When did you decide? Called it love, but it never had any meaning. Oh crap, wait. Neat. Fuck. Oh, my duck. Oh my god. Oh, stop, stop, stop. Ah, god. Fuck. Fuck. Oh god, you moved back so far. Stop moving back so far. Stop moving back so far. Get... Oh god. No!
If you've ever wanted to be an actor and you don't have an agent, you can audition by using Backstage. Backstage holds major casting calls for feature films, including this one. This paid feature film has 35 varying roles.
I've discussed my favorite. He's a random blonde American Army guy with sunglasses, so he's immortal. So Raven's just happy that he has something to do other than walking around. No, it's mostly that her role in about half the character's story modes is to be an obstacle in the way because she's defending the Mafia, due to her naivete and her lust over Vitalis.
Fuck. Oh god. Fuck. This nigga. Uh. Uh. Oh, what? What? Wait! Wait! Regret. Oh God. I'm feeling happy, yeah. No! Hi.
Hello, what's your name?
Playing Tekken with Darnell.
What's your lobby for?
This is my lobby full? No, well, yeah, because 2 spots, so I'll have to make a new one. Fuck. No. Damn. Hard to get him. Oh God. No. No, 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 no. Oh, wait. Stop it. But yeah, I'm gonna add someone else to the room.
Okay.
Who's the character in your profile?
I'm sorry?
No, I was saying who's the character in your
My what?
You said who?
You said in my what?
No, I was saying who's the character in your profile?
I forgot her name. But she is from this game. Oh my god. I forgot what it's called. She is. What is her name?
It's the guy in the voice chat.
She's from. Oh, it's a game called Resonance of Fate, I believe. Yeah. Resonance of Fate.
I'm out. You're so mean. I need a whole nother room just for you to come back. Oh well, I'll have to fight you one-on-one because he was like, I'm out.
Wait, what happened?
I'll have to fight you one-on-one because he was like, I'm out. Nah, just playing. But yeah, it was interesting that you told me that story about T7 God, because I always got like a weird vibe. I always got like a very like weird vibe from him anyway, just because he just seems very I don't know what it is, but he just seems kind of judgmental in a way. I don't know, or just thinks he's better than everybody, I guess. I don't know. It's typical Tekken, you know, typical tech community stuff.
Wait, what are you talking about?
No, I was saying it was interesting that, like, you know, your situation in Tekken 7 guy, because I never been through anything like that, but I feel like he takes some stuff too seriously. I don't know. Like, if I don't know, RQ or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I'm in front of him. I don't even care about him anymore, so.
Yeah, I hate how
like,
he keeps spamming invites. That's annoying.
Cause like I remember, like I joined one of his lobbies, and I think I told you this before, but I joined one of his lobbies one time. I joined through one of my friends who was in this lobby, so he didn't invite me. I saw one of my friends in his lobby, so I just wanted to join. So like, and I was watching the stream too. And then when I joined, they were like kind of quiet, and they're like, ooh, and like I heard some of his friends was like talking, but just like being quiet. And so we were like playing for a bit, and then Tekken 7 God, one of his followers wanted to join, and then I typed in the chat, I was like, oh, I said like, oh, I'll leave because you know it's not like he invited me anyway, and Jill's like, oh yeah, well, yeah, you're right, I did invite you, so I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, he said, yeah, you're right, I didn't invite you?
Yeah, or like something along that.
That's kind of weird to say.
Ooh.
You need some target practice. Damn, you don't get your hand on the duck button.
Ah! Oh! You're so lucky.
Yeah, but it's to the point when I play Tekken, like, it's certain people that I will match because, it's just to the point, it's like I play the game half the time. I've been in the better mood as of recent, but like, every time I turn this game on, for the most part, like, I'm always fighting players that, like, I really don't want to keep fighting over and over again. That keep coming up in the match list.
No,
Damn,
yeah,
blocks so well. The fact you block so well is insane to me.
I try. Ooh.
I actually had someone recently, they stopped talking to me over, you know, me saying that an Anna player deserved death threats, but I was saying it like sarcastically, like I didn't mean it. But even when I explained it to him, he was like, that's fine, I just want to be involved in anything. And mind you, also, this is the same guy that also would get mad at me when I complained about Katarina being bad or whatever, or being hard to win with. He took it seriously, and on top of that, he just was not my kind of, like, player. I like players that just don't, you know, if I complain about a character, it's for a reason. I mean, it's fine if you don't feel that way, but I have a right to complain about the character, especially when I play them. And they're actually not a hard character, like... Well, they're an easy character, but they're not good for the game. And especially Katarina. I don't know if you know anything bad about Katarina, but, like... The player base is not a fan of her. For the most part. Usually she's, like, meme material, so... The player base is not a fan of her, so, the people that actually do play her kind of can get where her flaws come in. But the average player, of course, is going to be like, oh, Katarina's for scrubs and this and that. I mean, this ain't Alyssa we're talking about here, so... And I play that girl too, so...
Yeah, I really think this seriously.
Nope.
Oh, wow. No way.
I knew you were gonna do that! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Damn, you read me.
I mean, usually that's what people do, they go for the low when, you know, it's like that, so... I mean, because you're not gonna do Lily's, you know, 12 frame move, because that would be massively unsafe. But I mean, yeah, it's like, it's so many damn toxic players in this game that it's like, I'm just to the point, it's like, meet new people. Thank God you came in. Huh?
I'm sorry. There's like another, like, kind of person that I hate on Tekken. It's like, just like the person who's just like the overly, like, educated person, like, who has to, like, educate you and shit like that. Like, there are people who be like, oh, that move's like 12 frames. Like, there's people who just like talks about like just like every like move you do, or like, I don't know, just like random stuff that like you didn't even ask for. Like, oh, that's not safe, or like this move is like, this was plus 10 block. Like, just like anybody who has a degree in like frame data.
Degree. I mean, I probably encountered people like that before. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I like talking to people and stuff, as you can tell. I'm pretty outgoing, love talking to people. Judgmental people and people that, you know, give unwanted criticism, or unwanted advice rather. Unwanted criticism is kind of redundant, I guess. So unwanted advice is kind of, you know, the proper word. But like, people who do stuff like that and then treat you like shit for not taking it are the people I can't stand. And that's the people like that guy I told you with the Katarina thing. Giving me advice that I'm like, I kind of already know. I play her. Plus, also, it's a game. It's really not that deep. I mean, yeah, I'm annoyed, but like, trust me, I get over it. And like, as soon as the game turns off, I get over it. It means nothing to me.
Oh wow.
That's really how it is. Like, as soon as the game turns off, it means nothing. Cause literally, me not winning with Lily means absolutely nothing in the real world. Like, most people don't even play Tekken.
Right.
Especially in Philly, I don't know people that really play Tekken like that. At least is like, when I say play Tekken, I mean good. Like, of course you could always buy the game and play it, but like, what are the chances that someone actually knows the game in and out? You know?
Right. I don't know anybody in my state who like plays Tekken.
Yeah.
Like,
You probably told him before, but where were you from again? I forgot.
I'm from Maryland.
Maryland. Oh, okay, yeah. Is Maryland like a popular or, you know, high populated city or something? Or is it like one of those like suburban area cities or whatever?
It's like it's a small state. It's full of places, but I live in this like suburban town.
Oh yeah, I really, you know what's crazy? When you first, like, by the way I talk and everything, do you think that I seem like someone that's from Philly?
I don't know how Philly people talk, to be honest.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I've met some people. I met some people from Philly, and they talk like I feel like people from like the New Jersey, like New York, like area, like the Philly. I feel like they all talk alike. Cause like there's this one guy that I met from Philly, and that's where like I asked if he was from New York, and I didn't know he was from Philly. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, what I will say, Philly is a very urban city, so gonna be a lot of people that talk a certain way, if you know what I mean. So it's, you know, I swear with this city, I've been feeling so out of place lately because I'm just like, this city is too much. The crime, literally, I get tired.
Oh my god, no, tell me about it.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
funny,
that
you know,
was great.
you know when you talk to yourself at home and you just bitch about everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was me earlier. Because I remember I was so annoyed because like I had an apprenticeship that I thought I was gonna get, and then I got like an email that said I didn't get it. So I bitched about it for like a few minutes, and then I was like, damn, I hate this goddamn city. I hate this freaking house and everything. You know, I had my typical Karen moment, I guess you could say, where I'm like, something
Oh
like
god,
that.
yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Lugs, but
Nah.
I was fucking annoyed because I'm just like, I fucking hate this city. Now, I'm in a good area. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm in a good area. That's not true. But I'm in a better section in terms of transportation and everything than everybody else in Philly, because I have it where I can get to a certain, you know, line in Philly. I don't want to say it because I'm on stream, but like, you know, I get to a certain subway line on stream while having access to you know, having access also to a station. So I have it really easy. So I'm in one of the better you know, areas of Philly when it comes to getting downtown pretty easily. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I have it pretty good with transportation, and then also I have a lot of the key stores near me, such as you know, the store with the red with the card. I don't want to say too much, but of course there's a Chick-fil-A.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
and then there's a Chick-fil-A, because honestly I could live in anywhere. You would never know.
Right, just like an area where like it has like essential stuff, like things that you need.
Yeah, basically. And I can get in, I really could take like one bus and get to it very easily, and that's really good because a lot of people don't have that. Because I ask people like, hey, do you have like access to a train station? And they're like, no. Which is good because it keeps the bums away, and it keeps people away from asking for money, because I can't stand that. That's also pretty annoying. Did you grow up living in the suburbs, or like you just moved?
I've always lived in the suburbs. Like this area that I live in particularly, like I've always lived here. Like, so yeah, like I've always lived in the suburbs for real.
Yeah, Philadelphia, like, well, not Philadelphia, but PA has a lot of suburban areas. I could just tell are them just because like I'll go on Google Maps. There's like a lot of wild like green you know, green colored areas and stuff, meaning it's like enforced
Yeah.
based
Oh yeah,
areas.
I've actually been to Philly before. Like I think the Hershey Park is in Philly, right? Or no, not Philly, but Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Hershey Park isn't in Philly, but like it is definitely somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I've also like I've went to like neighborhoods of Philly.
Yeah,
Or no,
it's.
I keep on saying Philly. I meant Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Philadelphia is overrated. I hate that they like have everything over here, cause like literally the suburban towns is where the money will be at if you think about it, because a lot of people are like kind of. I'm not gonna say everybody's well. You're more likely to come across someone that probably has a good paying job in the suburbs than maybe Philly itself, because you know Philly is like, you know, a huge. I would say it's a pretty huge town. I would say. It's just that it's just full of crime. I'm just so sick of the goddamn crime. Like I go on the Citizen
no.
app and it's crime everywhere. Like
No,
oh,
literally.
someone went to the deli at 2 a.m. with a hammer. Like, and it's just annoying because it's like I'm so tired of like, you know, it's of course it's always a stereotype. You know, when you're in urban areas, it's always just black people or Latinos in it, or sometimes even Asians, and it's like I'm so tired of seeing them in that light. You know what I mean? Like I want to see us in like a better light, because I just can't stand the stereotype of like they talk a certain way and then, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Like I hate that. Like I feel like I'm the only I don't know, suburban black guy in terms of mindset up here. Like
no, I totally get you, because like there are times where like I work at Lowe's, which is like a you know what Lowe's is like.
Yeah.
It's like Home Depot, but yeah, so like I work there, and like I've had like older people like come talk to me, and they will always ask me like, oh, where you from? Because like you talk like you're not from here. I'm like, not from here. I just, you know, because I don't live in the city, but a lot of people who are from the city like do come here, and so like you hear people like talking with their like city accent, a lot of the time, and like when people hear me, they're like, oh, like why do you talk like that? You know?
Because that's just how I fucking talk. It's simple as that.
You know, cause like they think, like I've heard people say like, oh, like you sound like you're from like New Jersey or New York. I'm like, no, I don't know, I just speak with like proper etiquette. I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like I guess high lyrics. Like it's like a high placed voice with proper speaking. I guess that's the way I could put it. Like it's not. I guess some people will say or whatever. I really don't know the proper words for it. I tried to say black and white too much, just because the thing is, even though, you know, I get a pass for saying the N-word or shit like that because I'm black, I just don't, you know, I just like to keep it where like I'm saying the right words, so it's not as awkward. It's not, so it doesn't get as awkward as you know, unintentionally. So yeah.
Right. God.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like the case with Philly too, because a lot of people, like, you know, especially when you go downtown, like you'll see a lot of white people downtown, but like outside of it, you won't really see as many like white people as much. So I always would get curious sometimes. I never understood this growing up until like, you know, recently, because growing up I'm realizing, I'm like, oh, they don't actually live down here, because that means most of the white people that I've seen, if I was at school, because I used to go to Greenfield Elementary at school, but most of the people that like I would see there, you know, were white. But then I'm like, wait, so they don't live down here, because I would have seen them, because you know, I never run into them, which means that they're usually in New Jersey, sometimes South Philly, but usually New Jersey or a different part of PA, like possibly King of Prussia or whatever. But yeah, it's I'm like, damn, all these faces that I will never see. And it's like, it sucks, because it's like, when I think about it, just living here and stuff, I'm like, people probably, like, I really don't fit in that much. And not to say that in like, you know, a woe is me kind of thing, but sometimes it does suck just not fitting in, just because the dating scene, because you are gay, right? Or bi? I'm not sure.
I'm gay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm guessing the dating scene is better for you in your area. I'm not sure, but in Philly it frickin' sucks, because it's the same type of person, you know, in dating apps that I keep seeing. I don't know about, could you use Grindr or no?
I had an era. I had a Grindr era. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, I did used to have it.
Yeah, so with Grindr, it's always the same kinds of people, and you know, of course, you know, occasionally I will get someone white that messages me, and of course they'll be from, you know, New Jersey or, you know, some other part of PA that's like really far. But like most of the guys that message me on there is usually just people from Philly that, you know, are not my type, or that are too selfish.
Right. No.
Because they want you, and especially when I'll say in my profile certain things I don't want you doing, and they'll still message me and ask me like, please do it. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I told you I wasn't doing it in my profile. It also annoyed me too at Grindr. People would never read my profile, and it's like, I don't understand why it's so hard to read someone's profile. You never know why a person's on that app. I don't understand why it's so damn hard. Like, that would annoy me so much. I mean, it still does annoy me, because it's like, it's not hard to read. I don't understand why you're acting like it's so hard.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why. Because, like, you know, you're grown, but you don't know how to read, like, no, that's not for me.
Yeah, that's... I also the other thing with Philly, the reason why, you know, just dating people, if I'm gonna date someone, I want them to have, like, to have a reliable source of income. I really don't want it to be where, like, they can't afford anything. And that doesn't mean, like, they have to pay for all my meals. I'm not that kind of person, but, like, damn, you know, because having a salary is so powerful, or having, you know, a reliable set of income is so powerful, because we need to be able to help each other out in some way when it comes to bills and stuff, you know, when we want to have children and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if I'll have kids yet. I'm not really sure. I have the intention, you know, to give them the world and, you know, not, you know, love them no matter what. But, you know, the thing is, I'm still human, and there's things that irritate me that, you know, I don't want to subject my child to that, so, you know, I don't want my child hating me. And, you know, it's like, I can't have that with, you know, a hood booger, if I'm being honest. I really don't mean to sound judgmental, but, like, you know, it's kind of true. I mean, I don't want to, you know, I can't really grow that much with someone that, you know, works as a dishwasher or whatever.
Oh, God.
I mean, trust me, I'm a dishwasher at the moment, too, but it's not, so I'm not completely just talking shit like, oh, I've never done that before. I have. I'm doing it now. But see, the thing is, I live with my mom, so I have that luxury to, you know, not be broke and stressed out. But it can still happen. And it has happened, especially with the damn credit cards. That shit gets on my nerves.
Oh, God.
I can't stand the credit cards. The most predatory stuff ever. I can't stand when companies, like, prey on me because my credit score is, like, in the 700s. And they're like, oh, apply for this card. You can get your balance transferred. Like, no, I'm good with what I got. I already have debt on this. I need to pay it off.
I don't even have a credit card yet. I mean,
yeah. Wait, how old are you again? Or...
I'm 21.
Oh, you're young. You do sound pretty young, so, yeah. Also, we're the same age, too.
You're like, okay. Now, like, the reason why I don't have a credit, because, like, I don't have, like, I work, and, you know, I'm trying to save, but when I get paid is when I try to, like, ball out, and, like, I'm learning how to save, because, like, I think I'm pretty good at saving if I do stuff myself, but, it's like, I just, like, there's some times where, like, I don't have a limit, and, like, if I had a credit card that, you know, I probably run into debt, and I know that I'm gonna need one at some point, but right now, just, like, I don't know if I'm financially responsible, so that's why I'm, like, keeping myself from getting one right now.
Yeah, I had gotten one, and I low-key just want to just burn them, but, like, I owe money on it, and I have to pay it, and I don't want to. Like, my birthday's coming up, and plus, also, I kind of want to travel around Pennsylvania a little bit, you know, to really get a feel of other parts of the city, which is you know, part of the whole dating thing with Grindr, because when I do meet someone, because when I finally did, well, not meet someone, but talk to someone, they were, you know, in Pertsky, basically. I don't know if you've heard of that area, but yeah, Pertsky, you know, a lot farther north of PA, and does require obviously requires taking, you know, the train, but then also, ooh, I'm surprised you ducked that, but then also, requires me to lift as well, so, very far. The average person's not going to just travel upwards to get to that person like that, so right, you know, there's that. So it's like I gotta do all that, and most people that, you know, live that far are not going to want to go to Philly, especially with all the crime going on. Most people are not going to be like, yeah, I want to go to Philly. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, hell no. Because that's why a lot of people are moving here to suburbs because they want to move out the city.
Yeah, no one wants to live in Philly like that. You might live in Philly if, I mean, the only reason I'm not ready to move is because of money, school, and then also, I'm so familiar with everything right now, and it's like I kind of don't want to give it up too soon. But I know I'll have to one day, and I definitely want to learn how to drive again properly. Because I have my license, it's just the fact that I don't have a car. My family keeps pestering me about it, which is even more annoying, because they're like, oh, you should learn how to drive, you should get a car, and
No,
it's like...
for real. Because I don't drive either.
Do you have a license, or no?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm scared of driving, just because of, like, I could kill someone if I mess up. I could also get killed, so it's like, I'm kind of nervous of that, all that combined.
The thing that runs through my mind is like driving like a vehicle in an open road is like one of the dangerous things that you can do. It's like one of the most dangerous things that you can do. So it's like, and it's like every time I'm in a car, whether I'm like driving with my family or whether I'm driving in like the left or like just like going anywhere, like I always have like this thought in my mind, like something is going to happen while driving. I don't know. It doesn't happen all the time, but I don't know. I just have this thought, and it just like scares me a lot. I don't know. At some point, I'm gonna have to drive, but
Yeah, it's just really hard because it's like, and then of course there was a couple times I was like driving with my mom or whatever, and practice driving. She just got on my nerves so much that day. She actually made me cry. She never apologized for it, but she made me fucking cry. I was so mad at her. Cause I'm like, you're gonna get upset at me for driving when I'm obviously not comfortable. Like, what the hell?
right.
I don't know. It was just such a clusterfuck.
Cool.
Yeah. I ain't perfect, but man, we've had some moments where I was so mad at her. Trust me, the reason I conceal my emotions a lot, and the reason for that is because I don't like being seen disheveled. I don't like being seen angry. I don't like anyone seeing that side of me. Even when I know people probably, deserve to get angry or yelled at, I still reserve it because I'm like, I don't want no fucking drama. I'll just avoid it to the end of time. And people do know this, though. People know this. They're like, you don't like confrontation. Like, yeah, I don't. Shocker. I absolutely don't.
Yeah,
but
I try to keep that stuff like, like I'm an emotional person. Like, don't get me wrong, but like when I'm in like a work environment or just like out of public somewhere, like I don't want to be that vulnerable.
yeah, there's a couple times where like I'll cry in public if like I'm really stressed out. Like case in point, recently or a couple months ago, I had an appointment for podiatry or whatever, and I want my feet to look nice, so I had an appointment for that, and they said like your liver is too high or whatever, or something like that. Your liver was too high, and at first I low-key panicked because I'm like, I'm not really sure what that means. Like, does it mean I'm gonna die? And no, it doesn't. But he asked me like, have you had anything to drink recently, as in alcohol? And I said, I drink occasionally, yeah. And then he said, thankfully, like your liver can go back up. But like as he was telling me this, I was getting so upset. Like my face felt dark. You know, in anime when like your darkens up above your, it felt like that, and I was just getting so upset. Like I just was putting my head down. He was asking me like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm feeling really stressed out. And he said, I understand and stuff, but like, yeah. And then so the appointment got moved up 2 months later, so I have the appointment on August, in late August, but I could have had it in June. So I was very annoyed. And the thing is, you have to take like a pill for 90 days, I believe, or something, to remove the fungus or whatever. And I really wanted to get it removed because I was really annoyed. And also, it's fucking expensive getting that stuff Like getting the what am I trying to say? Like paying the copay is expensive basically, because it's like $40 each time that you go. Versus going to a doctor's office, you know, and it's like 20 or whatever. At least for my insurance it is. So it's really freaking high. So that's no joke. So I was very furious about it. I mean, I probably shouldn't have been drinking, but at the same time, I also don't drink that often. So I didn't really think it would matter, and I don't really remember the exact day I had anything to drink specifically. So yeah. So ever since then, I'm like, I don't want to be drinking as much. Like, if I know I have to get blood work, don't drink at all in any way. Don't even have even a little bit. Like, it scared the hell out of me, because it's like, I don't want to be burning $40 for nothing, because I don't get that money back. And I put that on my credit card, so I was irritated from there.
Yeah, that is scary. I'm sorry you go through that.
It's fine. I got over it a month ago, but I am, you know, stuff like that does scare me, especially in times like this where, like, I really don't have the money to just throw it out. And the unfortunate truth is that a lot of jobs don't pay that well anyway. They just don't pay that well.
That too. Yeah.
That mix-up is a little annoying. Kind of hard to read it. Yeah, because you don't know if I'm going for the mid or not.
What? Yeah, it's coming back.
And then also the other thing with Grindr, like paying people for sex, is just, I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. That's the #1 thing where I'm like, it is too much trying to do that. Because what happens 90% of the time or 80% of the time when I do it, the person doesn't show up to my house, or they run off with the money, which is also a recurring thing, which also pisses me off.
Oh, wait, what?
No, like on Grindr, when, you know, you pay people for sex or whatever, or, you know, to show you, you know, give you a good time, you know, 80% of the time when I do it, they would take my money and run. And it gets to the point where it's like, I'm so sick and tired of going on here and dealing with that, so I'm just gonna just not give money. If you don't have your own way of transportation to me, then I can't trust that I can just throw it out like that. I can't trust it, because who's to say, like, they do that and you know, like I give the money and they'll come to my house. There's no guarantee. And Cash App isn't gonna, you know, punish them for not doing what they said they were gonna do.
Right.
Cash App will just ignore, in fact, will just ignore me, because I reported it a couple times when people did that, and they did absolutely nothing. So it's like, what was the point of that? What's the point in being able to report that someone took my money and didn't offer a service, and they can just get away with it? And that's what's irritating to me. They could just get away with it. There's, like, they could do whatever they want. Once they have your money, they could do anything. And oh, why would you put that responsibility? Huh?
I'm sorry. To me, you know, you probably just hop a harmless. You probably got nothing else going for themselves.
I wish I could look at it like that.
Not excusing it, but I mean, yes.
I wish I could look at it like that. I really can't. I get so irritated with stuff like that, because it's just like, why? Well, like, why would you go on Grindr and then do that to someone? You don't know what someone's had to do, you know, for a living to get that money. You never know. You literally never know. So yeah, I was triggered by that for a little bit. Because it'll be the same guys I would see, and then it got to the point where, like, I cussed him out. I was like, I'm not talking to you anymore, and blocked him. And then he messaged me and had the nerve to be like, what the fuck did I do? I'm like, I blocked him again, but in my mind, I'm like, flake on me? Cat, but like, flake? And have the nerve to ask for money for condoms when you're already asking me for a lift, or like, we'll split the lift or whatever. Like, that guy is clearly a scammer.
Oh, God.
Clearly. And he lives in Philly too, and it's like, I have his pictures on my phone, so if I wanted to, I could report him to the police. Possibly. But, you know, most people don't have time for that shit. Yeah, he was fucking trash. Like, I'm so sick of seeing him, and I hate when they play dumb, because it's like, you know what you did. You know exactly what you did. Don't try to act innocent. Get that knee out of here. And then too, when I go on Grindr, I gravitate to like really tall guys too, and I unfortunately don't see many of them on Grindr that live in Philly, mind you. Some, but it's just irritating.
Oh. Yeah, it's always like the 5 people who live like far away.
Yeah, that keep their location hidden too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, which I'm kind of like, what's the point of that exactly? I mean, it's not like I'm gonna actually remember your. I don't have photographic memory, so unless I physically see your face, I'll probably remember it. But ain't no way in hell I'm gonna just start stalking you or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, I guess some people crazy.
Yeah, privacy reasons, I guess. Oh, also, there was a weird situation I had one time too. So I invited this. It was this guy that it was like this white guy to my second house or whatever, and he was very flighty, very all over the place, very pushy, which I didn't like. And then he invited someone else to the same house too. Even though I told him I wasn't comfortable with that, I'm like, I kind of just want to do one-on-one. Like, I kind of want to do one-on-one. And he still invited them over. Anyway, he was like, oh, please, just do it. Also, he was doing coke in that house too, which I thought was really disrespectful because I don't do drugs. And I clearly, you know, you didn't even ask me any of this stuff. You kind of just went and did it, which I found really distasteful. And he just made me really uncomfortable. So, the other guy understood that I wasn't comfortable. He was like, basically he was kind of like, you know, boy, bye, you're not comfortable. He like left on me, because the thing is, he took the hint I wasn't comfortable and that I was uneasy. But the other guy did not. He kept ignoring it and stuff. He kept choosing to ignore it. And what ended up happening was that he kept pressuring me to do more stuff, pressuring me over and over and over. And then I kept lying to him, telling him I have to go to school in the morning, I have to leave, I have to do this stuff. And he just kept doing it. And it got on my nerves so much. And he was like, oh, you hate me right now. But I'm like lying to him. I'm like, no, I don't hate you. I don't. Oh. Obviously, I fucking do. I mean, don't do shit like that. If someone tells you that they have to go somewhere, fucking go somewhere. It's not that hard. So
yeah, I don't know why you did that.
Yeah, it literally it reminds me of, like, you know, the rape culture that feminists talk about and stuff. Where they're like, oh, they won't leave me alone, and it's like, yeah, they don't. I don't know, for some reason, you know, men just don't understand when you say no, it means no. Like, if I don't want to do drugs, I obviously mean no. Stop pressuring me. And, it's shit like that. Yeah, it's shit like, they're even scarier when you're a woman. I got lucky where I got a slap on the wrist for the amount of times I meet with people I shouldn't. It really is that unsafe. It's not really go through, so it can be kind of like, you know, you're risking your life. Especially with Philly, like, I shouldn't have to feel like that. The fact that you block this stuff is amazing. Oh!
I should have bet hit you. That was a weird interaction right there.
Because I was trying to do the move, but then, you know, of course, with Julia and that shit, like, if you block it, like, she still can attack after it, technically. Oh my god, you duck so much.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I can't
yeah.
like.
Huh?
I just be feeling like, damn, like, cause I really do feel bad for women because they really go through shit. Yeah, like I've always knew this. I've always knew this, like, a long time ago. But just like all the videos that I see, of like there's like women, like this stuff that they deal with. I'm like, wow, like I'm just really lucky.
Yeah, I am, because I'm lucky I don't have big boobs and a coochie between my legs. I get lucky. That's probably a little dark, but, you know, not intended to be. But I'm just saying, like, for some fucking reason, you know, men won't go and stalk a gay guy and, you know, try to rape them out in plain sight, but let you be a woman. Oh, that will be 10 times more likely, and that's scary.
Yeah.
Because I've never had that happen, because when I block someone, they go away. Except for this one girl on Instagram who won't stop following me after I blocked her a million times. But that's a different story. But, yeah. Aside from that, usually when I block someone, they just go away. Unless, you know, on Grindr they make another account. Somehow. But I mean, yeah, like I don't really, if I reject someone, they usually leave me alone. And I'm not like cold like most people. Like I'm very forgiving and very like, I'm not as easy to cut someone out my life as maybe others are. But it's certain stuff where I'm like, you kind of only get one impression. After that, it's like, you better hope, you know, I see you again, otherwise it's not happening. Which usually, with the case of Grindr, usually they don't come back, so. I even had one guy, like, I was at my job, and he was, like, outside, or I told him where I was at and stuff, but, like, I was just leaving, but, like, I told him, cause he was in the garage, but he wouldn't send a picture of me, and I'm like, why would you not send a picture of me? Why would you have me go to why would you want me to go to the parking garage with you when you can't send a picture of me? Like, I find that really messed up. A little bit. Just because it's like, it's not hard to do. It wouldn't take but 2 seconds to send me a face photo of you. Like, I never got that. Like, I understand, you know, Grindr, you might be DL or whatever, you might not want everybody knowing your business, but like, if I'm asking you for a face pic, it's for a reason. You have no... It's not hard. I feel like that's a no-brainer. Just send the damn face pic. If you're that fucking scared of me not liking you, then, consider it my loss or whatever, or consider... I don't know, getting a little bit of some confidence there, because that's just not it. You know, I really don't like when people do that. Because that's
it's like, what's the point of like going on these apps? You're just gonna hide. Like, I get it, but I don't know. Because like, what do you gotta do when you first meet them? Like, are you gonna have like a mask covering your fucking face like you're in a porn scene?
A porn scene. Because I did that a couple times, and it was kind of unsafe, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was pretty unsafe, you know, doing that stuff. And this one guy, he was DL and stuff, but he smelled like absolute shit when he came to my house. He was, you know, do you smoke weed by any chance?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, I absolutely cannot stand the smell of weed. It smells like underarm sweat, and that was basically him. He smelled like absolute shit, and I was so sick of smelling it. And then he called his girlfriend on the phone and was like, I'm at the store, I'm at Rite Aid or whatever, just lying to her. And I didn't like that either. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not a home wrecker. If something looks good, you know, why not? But at the same time, I really prefer if, like, you're not doing that with me, just because, you know, morals, honesty, like, you know, just basic stuff like that. I shouldn't have to go through anything like that, and he put me through that, so I ended up blocking him when I got the chance. Because he just stinked. It just smelled so bad. And then also...
I mean, I don't mind, like, a weed smell. It just can't be too strong. Like, if like, I can smell you from, like, a mile away, then no. I don't mind it, because, like, I mean, at my job, there's, like, people who smell like weed. I mean, I smell all the time, but it can't be too strong. Like, I mind, like, a little, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was, yeah, shit like that is just pretty bad. And I'm like, I want nothing to do with it. And that's the stuff in Philly also that's hard to get. It's hard to get a bunch of people that don't smoke or don't do weed and all that. It's hard because there's so many people that do that, and I'm just like, damn, why? Just why? Why does everybody have to smoke so much? Like, no judgment, but it's just like, no judgment but judgment. Like, why do people have to smoke so much? There's so many different things. Like, you could drink, you could do anything, and you choose to smoke. Like, what the hell? You like, at least with alcohol, you can consume it. You're allowed to consume it. Not too much of it, but you're allowed to consume it. With cigarettes, it's like, that stuff is bad for your lungs. Like, why would you even want that in your lungs? It's in these cigarettes, and then the thing is, companies don't fucking care because, yeah, they'll put restrictions on it, increase the pricing, but they don't care. I mean, they don't care if you die. Let's be honest, they don't care. Oh, damn, your ass is so smart.
Wait, is that after the last festival? Or, because I think that's honestly.
Was that what?
That movie did.
Was it intentional?
No, like, is it Lost Festival?
I think it's just -12 on block, so it's...
Oh.
It is hard to block this girl. Ah! Julia's a man. Julia is a man.
No, cause she's buff as shit.
Like, she's literally a girl, and she hits so hard.
For real.
Oh, yeah, also, I call you Zay, right? Zay is the name that you go by?
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, Zay. Okay, Zay, so yeah, I also hate the people that, like, obviously I hate people that flake, that, you know, set up plans and then cancel so quickly, or cancel when they're building up to, you know, coming over. I also hate the people where I meet them, they seem so adamant in me, they're, like, so into me. I go home, I check Grindr, their profile's gone, and that meaning they blocked me. I hate people like that. There was this guy, right? I went to Ben Salem. I met him. I talked to him and everything. He seemed cool. I don't know what it was I did. I don't know if it was because I came late or whatever. Because the thing is, with the rails and stuff, you know, the train and stuff like that. You literally sometimes, depending on the train you take, it can take a while to get to where you need to go. And on top of that, I didn't have a pass at the time, so I couldn't take it. I couldn't just take the pass. Fuck. I couldn't just go and take the pass.
To like see him.
Huh?
To see him.
No, I was saying I couldn't. Well, yeah, I couldn't take the pass at the time because the way it works is that you can get the pass at a certain time during the month, and if you don't get it during that certain time, you have to wait till like the next period to actually be able to buy it. But then you have to wait, you know, to use it at the respective month that you purchased it for. So at this time, I didn't have a pass, so I ended up having to use, you know, fare money and stuff. So I spent probably a good $10-20 to get down there because I paid for Lyft and everything. And I was surprised to see he blocked me because, like, I told him, like, oh, the train station's right next to your house. Wow, I could just get over here so easily. And he just was like, LOL. And then I texted him when I got home. I was like, hey, I'm home, or whatever. And I wake up to find out he blocked me. And then I text him on Instagram. I'm like, oh, it was nice talking to you. He blocked me on there, too. I'm not going to lie to you. I was so salty with that because I didn't really know what it was I did because I'm like, I was very considerate. I didn't do anything weirdly wrong. I mean, the only thing that I guess was possibly considerate was like thinking the door was open, but like there was a glass area in between, so I bumped into it on accident, not knowing it was glass because I couldn't see it. But like he didn't seem fazed by it though. That's the thing. He was like, "Oh, people bump into it all the time." It just confused me when he blocked me because he mentioned being like a restaurant manager. Like we talked about so much stuff, and I don't know what it was that was so wrong. I mean, it got on my nerves, and you know, I just hate people like that. Like for me, I want to know if I did something wrong so I could fix it, or at least I could just be like, "All right, I know why I lost." But no, I didn't know what happened. They seem so interested. They're so fake. That's the thing with people. They're so fake. People love to put on a show like they're so into you, and they're really not. That's what also annoys me. Like, it's one thing to get rejected, but like, to fucking, you know, ignore me, like, or fucking, you know, see me, and then, you know, play off like you're so interested, and then we meet, and then it's like, you're even more interested, but then I get blocked by you. Like, that's a middle finger to my face. I can't stand that.
Yeah, that's why I don't even like. That's part of why I don't even like try to get in relationships anywhere, whether it be like sexually, or like romantically, because like people don't know how to act. Like people just don't know how to act. I'm never.
Yeah, the last time I dated was when I was a couple of years ago when I was in CC. About to say the full fucking school name on my stream. Not that it matters. I mean, it's a big ass school. I could be there. I could not be there. You never know.
Right.
No, it's not like you know my exact damn schedule, but yeah. Or at least people who want to stalk me don't know my exact damn schedule. But yeah. So there was this guy I dated at CCP, right? We had a group or whatever. Well, we didn't have a group, but it was this one day I chose to cut class. I'm like, fine, I'll cut class and go to this thing or whatever, this gaming event. And he was there, and he was beating my ass in Smash. And then, you know, I got his Instagram or whatever, but we were talking to each other. We texted each other, and I was like, cause my thing is, you know, I could feel that he was not like straight or whatever. So I asked him like, hey, you remember where do you lie on the spectrum type thing? I guess that's what I asked him, and he was like, bye. And I told him same or whatever. So yeah. So then that's how we went from there and stuff. And I found out a lot of stuff about him. Like we were, like it's funny because he rated me a 10 when it came to personality. I mean, I do have a pretty. I mean, coming from someone who's from Philly and stuff like that, I do have I would consider myself a rarity, if I'm being honest. Like, no offense, I consider myself a rarity, just because there's not many people that are talkative like that in Philly. But,
right.
Yeah, I had talked to him and stuff, and then we were on good terms and stuff, but, like, the shit that I didn't like that he did, he was too pushy and a little selfish, because he wanted me to move out with him when I'm, clearly not ready to do so. And that's the thing I talk about with, like, not having the money and actually being ready to just move out. Moving out's a big deal. You have to have security deposits. You have to have a certain credit score in some cases. You have to you have to have a certain you know, sort of income coming in to really be able to sustain the house. I mean, sustain the apartment and stuff like that. It's a lot of work. It's not just something you could just run and go do. And on top of that, I just wasn't really feeling them anymore as much. So I told them like, oh, let's I think we should just break. Or I texted them, told them like we're gonna I think we should break up. I'm feeling really stressed out with Amazon and everything because I worked at Amazon at the time. and I was feeling really stressed out with Amazon and work and all that, and you know, I just was going through a lot, and he just was like, oh, we can't be friends, I will always love you, and stuff like that. But then he was just so salty about everything. He was just so mad at me for breaking up with him, and I'm like, damn, for what? What did I do that was so bad? Because I didn't want to move out or whatever. I didn't bombard you with my feelings every time I come home from work or I'm stressed out. Like, I'm just not... See, I'm not a person where I'm gonna just keep, like, you know, trauma dumping people, because that could be an issue too with life. You don't want to do that. I've just grown to not be that person anymore. And then when I didn't do it, it was almost like it was an issue, which is interesting, because it's like, damn, I mean, I wouldn't want to hear someone's problems every single day. I mean, I'm receptive. I see the rainbow friends are having fun. Yes, we are, Darnell. Lots of fun. But I wouldn't want to, damn, I wish that hit. I wouldn't want to trauma dump someone that bad, but I guess he wanted that from me. I guess he was willing to hear me out. I didn't really tell him when I was stressed out or whatever. You know, which is probably my downfall, whatever, but, yeah, when I texted him again after 3 weeks, I told him, like, hey, I miss you. He was like, what do you want from me, and this and that, and I don't know, it was just all this stuff. He just was just treating me like shit. Like, he was treating me like he never met me before, and that was so hurtful, because I'm like, damn, what could I possibly did? Now, to be honest, there was one time where, like, I was talking to other people while I was talking to him and stuff, but at the same time, I never, like, went out and seen them, so,
right,
you know, so that was that and stuff. I didn't want to cheat on them or anything, but I obviously was feeling distant, and on top of that, you know, when you're dating someone, right, and you have, like, certain things that, like, you're into in the bedroom, and then, you know, they have their stuff, and you're not really into the, like, you know, said things, it can create some interesting barriers sometimes. At least with myself it did. So yeah, I mean, he was willing to do those things, but it's just like I'm kind of not into him as much. He's way too pushy. He's a really nice guy, but he's just so pushy. I mean, he's not nice anymore, not to me, but just so I can't stand people that, like, you know, are so into them and so pushy. Like, if I'm not comfortable doing something, let it go. Hey, not... Who said I was into that, though? Who said I was into it? Who said I was into that? Fuck. Don't try and slap me. What do you mean? I'm nice. Yeah, sure.
Oh.
I meant to do the race drive, but I'm glad I didn't, I guess.
Yeah, it worked out in your favor.
Hey, you're the one that broke up with me. I didn't break up with you. You broke up with me because you were straight. That's how that works. Not DL, you're just straight. False news. Oh, so you're not straight. What's the story on that? What made you change your mind? Ah, God, Anna. Is this based off Leona or something? Or just costume? I was saying, is it based off Leona from KOF?
Oh, no. I tried getting into King of Fighters a little bit, but I just couldn't.
I want to play KOF 15, but I don't, you know, money is obviously an issue right now. So like, I'm like, can't do it successfully. And then also, huh?
These games, like, they're still like regular players, but they're gone so soon.
You said there's such regular fighters?
No, it's at the regular price right now, but they'll go on sale pretty soon.
Well, yeah, I mean, fighting games don't really have a good, you know, popularity rate when it comes to maintaining it.
That is true.
Because fighting games make people angry because they're so damn competitive. There's not really a bunch of content. Content's usually pretty shallow. I think usually that's really... because, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I think that's usually because it's like it roots itself too deeply in being a fighting game instead of just having different modes. I guess to lube you up to the idea that like it is a fighting game, but also to let you know, we're not a one-trick pony here. Because Mortal Kombat did that too. Did that thing where they did that. Crap.
Yeah, I think like fighting games like this Tekken 7 just lacks single player time. They gave us like Tekken Bowl, but I wish they gave us more.
They don't, and then they don't even give updates. That's the other thing that they do that's really...
Right.
Because how hard is it to be like, we're done with the game, let's just... Stop spamming. Stop. That's considered a taunt in my eyes. Finally, hit you with that. Hate me? I should be hating you. Spammer. Scrub. Spammer.
Oh wow. That's why you bitch.
No, it was on purpose. I just wanted to just do it for like a taunt, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Sure. Sure, child. Sure, Jan. Oh, wait. Wait!
That's nice.
Oh! Fuck. How did it still hit
Okay,
me?
that was weird. Oh my god, why do I let go?
Bye.
Oh man.
Damn, when Katarina shit hits, she becomes a better character.
Sorry. I feel like, I don't know. They should, I hope they add like new, like, I mean obviously they're gonna add new characters, but I just wish they stopped like taking out the female characters once they hit 30. Cause like we have like audio speaking other characters who like Harada lets these males rot away until their skin bone dries.
Or until they get killed.
Right, but like these women like they don't even like get a chance to age. Like I hate that so much.
Sexist.
It is.
Yeah, here's the thing. Tell me a developer is straight without telling me a developer is straight. That.
Wait, no, literally.
Yeah.
That's all I care about is the men. Step on the cooch.
No, not my pussy. I noticed that you never taunt too, or you never key charge.
I don't do it unless someone else do it.
Oh, I mean, I've Well, I haven't key charged, but I did taunt.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, if I know like playful or whatever, then that's fine. Like I don't really care. I know like when it's being like, I know when you're being malicious about it.
Like if I'm just some random asshole online, and I start teabagging, like yeah, that's that. But yeah, it's like I don't know. Life is just such a bitch. Seriously, it is. Like I go through half of this shit. I never even talk about it. Like it just happens. Like I just go through it. Cause sometimes like I talk about this shit, people will already judge me for the grinder thing. Cause it's like they're like, well, you should want to be booed up by now. But nah, it don't work like that. On top of that, my luck with girls is not that necessarily great, I will say. Because here's the thing, I like girls, but it's the thing of it being like, I feel like women are very judgmental and want you to be like a certain way, or else they're not going to approach you. Especially with Philly, because Philly is not necessarily a LGBT-based city. So, when it comes, you know, to girls and stuff like that, you know, so it's just the same kind of type of girl that I keep seeing. And then on top of that, there's not many girls that I would date, because there's this girl that, like, I dated that, I haven't dated any girls yet, what the hell? But there was this girl that wanted to date me at work or whatever, and I chose not to date her. One, I didn't know her that well. Two, I don't date at work, so that's already something there. I don't date at work at all. I would rather not do it.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
And there's someone I know that dated someone at work that I know of, because I'm friends with her, but then she dates someone at work too. And I wasn't really a fan of it at first. I mean, just because, I mean, I was happy for her that she dated someone. Like, I'm never gonna take that away from her. Like, as a friend, of course, I'm happy when you get a man or whatever. The issue that I had with it was that, you know, she's dating this dude and stuff, but then also the problems are also coming to me too. And I realized, because this is the thing with girls, right? They will use you as kind of like their scapegoat when shit's not working out for them, or when, you know, they're going through stuff. Now granted, I like hearing people out. I love when people talk to me. I love talking to people too. I will never take that away. But, you know, things start getting complicated and very awkward when I'm like on your side, and then this dude also that like I knew from day one also you know, is your man, and I'm trying to be on her side because we're friends. It's a weird bias. And yeah, I just, cause this thing is, her man would keep accusing her of cheating on him and stuff like that, even though she's obviously not doing that. I keep well, I've told him, or I told her, like, I told him, though, you're not that kind of girl. And it got so annoying when he would do that. It got annoying because I wanted to protect her, but then also I'm realizing getting involved in shit like this hurts the image I have of the person, who, if they weren't together, I wouldn't have that image in my head. And it's like, I'm kind of learning how somewhat manipulative girls can be. Not that that's her intent, but like, you know, we all have a bias. We all have someone that we care about that, like, if they told us something happened to them, we're gonna be like, what happened?
You wouldn't believe it. Right?
No, I wouldn't. Well, I would believe it. I would instantly believe it if they told me something happened to them. I'd be like, wait, what? And I would.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to do is jump to the defense, and it's a good and a bad thing. It's a good and a toxic trait, because doing that creates problems for yourself with people that you don't even know. And I say that because with the same person, I also had gotten into some stuff with someone because I thought that they actually were dating minors or whatever. Turns out they weren't actually doing that, and they just were really horny and, you know, need change. Also, the thing is with dating and stuff, 15 and 18-year-old or whatever in high school, that's just a different dynamic. I guess it's somewhat, people look at it as differently versus being out in the real world without high school or whatever. Because you're a lot different when you're out of high school, I do notice. Anna, you bitch. you're a lot different outside of high school, because I know I fucking was. I grown tremendously.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't tell you. People have told me you've changed so much since high school. You're so much better. You're so much you're a lot more fleshed out, put together, and you're more yourself. I cannot tell you how many people have probably told me that in some variation of that sentence. I've been told that a lot, and I even realized it for myself. I got to learn things about myself that I didn't understand before, because, you know, when shit's shallow, you don't really get to understand, well, what's good about you, what's bad. So I got to learn so much about myself. I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot where I was going. I talked about so much stuff in one. Oh yeah. The whole thing with that, with you know, her dating at work. So yeah. Her dating at work, wasn't a fan of it, but I was happy for her. But where it became a problem was when, you know, she would tell me issues that he did. But then I talked to other guys and stuff, and they would be like, yeah, you know, like don't get involved with girls stuff, because girls like to, you know, gossip and use you for stuff. Will use you to, you know, run to when everything's going bad for them and stuff. On top of that, I've been getting some, I guess, distant vibes from her too, just because I like her a lot as a friend, but the problem is that there's certain things that she does that, you know, are kind of pet peeves of mine. Like, I don't like being left on red, don't like being ignored, and I don't like when people are not easily reachable. Well, that's not true. She's reachable, I will say. She's very reachable. It's just the leaving me on red and then, you know, and stuff like that consistently is a little annoying. Because I find it very rude. Like, imagine you're asking someone a question, or you're trying to invite someone and they don't want to come. Like, I'm just like, okay, you could have just said no. Or if, like, you just want to just know something from them. Like, don't do that. Like, I hate when people do that. That's like a big pet peeve. Don't do that. Hold, I'll be right back. I'm gonna explain more about it in a second. I gotta go into the bathroom. My body's acting weird.
Yeah, that's one thing I can tolerate.
Okay, I'm back. But yeah, my biggest pet peeves just don't leave me on red. Don't especially if like we're friends or whatever, or like anything like that. I really can't stand that. Part of that, I guess, comes from me being talkative too, and then also because you know, that's scary. Because mind you, there was a time where I needed something from someone. When it was like it was like something for like an event, and I'm messaging him on Facebook, and I'm like asking him, I'm like, hey, is this the event? Are you here? And the receptionist was telling me, we don't have anyone for this event today. There's no one for this event or this location. And what ended up happening was that he never messaged me back, and then I just looked crazy that night because I'm thinking that he was coming and he wasn't. Because he did say there was an event. He was like, I'm having a karaoke event, my friend passed the other night or whatever, something like that, and I wanted to go because most of the time when I wanted to go somewhere with him, he you know, usually he would tell me he had like a party and then I wouldn't be able to show up because I had to work or I didn't have any money or whatever, or if I was younger I had like a curfew or whatever. So this was all the way downtown, like in the Chinatown section, and he just never answered me. Like I kept like face calling him, calling him. Facebook also tells me someone's in a call right now or whatever. And I'm like, how are you in a call this long that like I'm trying to text you and call you and you're not here? I thought that was just so weird because I'm like, what was he doing? And he never got back to me after that. Ever. And mind you, it's been like a week now, I think. Or close to it. Well, it's going to be close to a week. So, I was just like, he never got back to me. So I was so frustrated with him. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna give him another, I might give him another chance after this, but like, I was pissed off that day. I came home, I told my mom about it. She kind of was like, you know, just make sure you get confirmation. The thing is though, it's hard to tell because not every situation is the same, and sometimes maybe he didn't see it, but I'm also kind of like, there's no way. You know when you're having an event, you know when if there's people that are gonna try to come. Why would you do that? So yeah, I was fucking pissed off for sure. This was like,
you definitely can't trust that.
yeah, I don't like people that are hard. I don't like when people are hard to reach or when they ignore me. That's just a big no-no. Because I feel like those are basic things that anybody should be capable of not doing. I don't know why it's so hard for people to just not do that. Like, it doesn't matter how busy you are, you know. Like, I find that extremely disrespectful. And there's probably going to be some people that are probably like, oh, it's not that bad, you're overreacting. I'm not overreacting, because if I was playing something, I would want to be reachable. I wouldn't want to waste anyone's time. Because one thing about me, I can be reached. The only reason why I might not be reachable is if I'm asleep or my signal is down. Something along the lines of that. But it's not hard to reach me. I can be reached at any time, literally. And maybe because I'm not that busy, I don't have that job that demands my time, but I can be reached. It's not impossible. I don't know, I just think, you know, people just lack some consideration and compassion for others' time. All you gotta do is respect someone's time and you won't have to go through anything like that. That's all. It's easier to respect someone's time and say, is that a costume?
I think so. I just changed this whole color. I think it's one of the default.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just
I mean,
issue with me with people and stuff like that. Because
yeah, but see, that's why like I try, like, maybe one day I'll try to get someone chance, but like, if he screws up this one time, if he doesn't give me attitude over like something like that, for example, if I try to like confront him about like why he wouldn't like text back, then
he wouldn't do what?
If he tries to like, if someone like tries to argue with me when like I'm upset at them about like something, like them like not texting back, for example, and I'm just like not even gonna do it.
Oh, you're the same way then, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh. Well, that's good, because I feel like I tell people about that stuff, and it's like, I feel like they don't always get it. Because I get someone being busy, but like, how busy are you that like, you can't see any messages? It's the same thing with Instagram too. Because mind you, this is not as serious of a thing, but like, you know I'm a singer, right? Or have you known of it?
Nah.
Yeah, so I'm, you know, singer-songwriter and stuff like that, so very, you know, into music and all that. There was this guy I met at City Hall and stuff who was a singer, and, crap. And mind you, I met him, he had a good voice and all that, but I asked him for his Instagram and I followed him. He never followed me back. And then also, one red flag I noticed, on his Instagram page, he doesn't doesn't respond to any comments. So that was a big red flag. That never made sense to me. How are you a singer-songwriter or a singer, or someone, you know, that brings attention to yourself in any way or has a huge following, and you don't respond to any comments? That's a huge red flag to me. That shows that, like, you're probably self-absorbed, you're probably egocentric, self-righteous, possibly those things. Because, you know, there's just no reason why someone would not see it. Unless you have, like,
I don't get that either.
Yeah, that... And the funny thing is, it's usually, I know racial, but it's usually white people that do that. You know, that, you know, go to Philly or then do stuff like that and be like, oh, I'm a singer, but then don't want to respond to any comments. And it's like, you can't be sitting there talking about, like, in your comments how, oh, you know, why be racist or be homophobic when you be this? I'm like, but you don't respond to no comments, though. You respond to 0 comments. What are you talking about? You have no room to talk. So it's just like, it's absolute red flag. Cause kid you not, you go on my page and you comment, oh, your voice is so nice. I'd be like, oh, thank you, you're so sweet. You will get everything from me. Like, literally.
Like, it takes nothing to say thank you. Now, I understand if there's like 100 comments, but like, obviously you don't want to respond to like every comment because they're that question. But
yeah, it gets to the point where it's like, I feel like I'm asking people for the bare minimum, and I shouldn't have to do that. And it equates to the lackluster friend and dating scene in Philly that I just can't stand. Got you. I was waiting for you to duck. It was just a matter of time.
I didn't even duck. I pressed.
Oh, you pressed the button. Yeah. Because I know players always press on that, or either they press on her or they duck on her. And they get hit by that move. That move is not that fast. It's only 15 frames, but still, it's fast enough where you don't want to just not press. You don't want to press stuff willy-nilly. But yeah, I feel like I'm asking people for the bare minimum, and I'm like, it's really not hard. So that was a red flag, and the reason I was trying to get in contact with them, because for one, I want to get someone on a song called "Ghosts in the Darkness" that's about, you know, what it's like basically missing someone after they die. So kind of dark, because I have an album I want to release eventually called Isolation. And it's about, you know, the dark sides of, you know, feeling alone, but then also the power in being alone on the same, you know, album or whatever. And Ghosts in the Darkness is such a, you know, very vocally theatrical song that, like, you know, you really have to, really want to push yourself, you know, properly with that. And, you know, I feel like, you know, I want a singer for it, but, like, everybody is so damn busy. And it's so fucking annoying. I had like easily 3 people that I wanted to put onto it. I had my friend that sings at church and stuff I wanted to put onto it. And he was like, oh, I'll think about it and stuff like that. But like, the think about it ends up never being a thing. I even offered to pay for studio time and everything. The studio time is not expensive. Now with the producer, that's not that high. But 180 to 200 on average for, you know, a session is a little high. Let's be honest, it's somewhat high, considering how often someone gets paid and what their average check is looking like. It's a little high.
Do you have like a Spotify or something?
I have Spotify for sure. Yeah, it's type in Damien. Huh?
So like, you actually like post music?
Well, I have a song on there called Lost. My only song so far on the platform. I want to put more on there, but yeah, that's my only song for now.
Okay.
Oh, no! But yeah, everybody I've talked to, they love that particular song. They're like, oh, wow, the writing is so good. Because, I actually have a producer where, like, I was so comfortable with, like, what I was doing. And, he understood me. Because I had a producer before where he did not understand anything. Or, I mean, he understood stuff, but, like, he didn't... He has this really weird style, I'll say, of production. it's a combination of rock, but it's like really experimental and electronic, but it's just not very good. Like the sounds don't mesh together very well. So he would do these weird sounds and then drown out my voice so bad. And it made probably one of the worst songs of all time, and I'm so glad I didn't finish making any of the record with him, because it could have been really bad, honestly. He just was very bad. And and the thing is, he's supposedly a singer too, but I'm gonna show you how he like kind of does his voice. So it's very weird. Like it's like vocal fry or whatever, but like he'll be like, how could I do it? Isolation makes me complacent.
Oh, no.
And like that's exactly how he does it. I'm sorry, like it was so fucking cringe. I'm so sorry. That's not my voice, that's just how he does his. It's just really cringe. It's very bad. And it's funny because he paid it, well, he wanted me to pay a flat rate for studio time, and you know, I paid the money and stuff, but like, you know, I could have asked for it to be lower, but yeah, I had to pay him that amount, and I just wasn't ready. I mean, he just was not the person that I should be making albums with. And that led to my current producer. I got lucky with my current producer because I met him in like the fall through someone else online on Instagram. Do you use Instagram?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, with Instagram, there's like advertisements and stuff like that, and all types of stuff on there. So sometimes you might get advertisements from people who are like in your area. Sometimes, and
Yeah,
you know, she told me, yeah, and she had told me she was from Philadelphia, and what ended up happening was that I met the producer at his local coffee shop. And we met there and stuff, and he was really nice. He was really down to earth. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Zay, he's just, I low-key have a crush on him. And he's taken, that's the thing. It's so, because you know what, initially when like, because with me, right, like when I see someone's face over and over again, and you know, because I simp very easily, I'm gonna be honest with you, I simp kind of easily. So I see his face, he's just, even though he's not really that tall, like, he's just very handsome, very sweet and stuff, and I just love that about him. He's just so relaxed. And I just love that energy about him so much, and it's just, not gonna lie to you, I low-key be simping over him. Low-key. I don't think he knows it, but, you know, I low-key be simping. I don't want to get caught, but he told me he was he told me he was a member too. You know, like he was an LGBT member. He was bi, and his girlfriend was bi too, which is also the one thing I do want, like in a relationship. If I am dating a girl, I also want her to be bisexual as well, or be fluid. I always refer to myself as fluid, not really bi, just because my preference in men is really strong. And I don't want people stereotyping me, which people end up doing it anyway. It happens, but I'm like, wow, that was so cute to me. I actually like that about him and her. And I'm just so glad I met him. Now, the girl that I met him through, haven't physically seen her in person. I would like to meet her one of these days, but haven't physically seen her in person, so yeah. But she's pretty good too. She's pretty nice. And it's funny because it's like, huh? Oh yeah, but it's just funny because the thing is they're white and they're all white and stuff. But like I told Tucker, I was like, because he has, you know, Black Lives Matter in his profile, and sometimes when people have it in there, it could be kind of fake. But like he actually stood with it. He actually stood with the morals and stuff, and he's actually not a racist piece of shit. Which I mean, it's probably most white people, but the ones that I encounter, you know, they're not racist, they just have really flighty tendencies. Like, you know those kinds of white people I'm talking about, right? The ones that, like, are so, they seem so nice, but they're so flighty. Like, they don't want, it's like they don't want to you ask them to talk to you or ask them to follow you back, they seem so hesitant to do it. I'm like, listen, ma'am, do you smell Urban Army anywhere? Like, just think about it for a second. Like, I'm not that kind of guy. I don't know. I don't know if they're stereotyping me or not, but like they just be refusing to follow me. I'm like, I ain't sitting right with me. But yeah, he was actually very nice and willing to follow me. I'm gonna be honest with you though, I did low-key catfish him on like a fake account because I was asking. I was complimenting parts of his body like a little too much on the fake account.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's also one thing that with people I find like really attractive, I literally for some reason I will catfish because I'll try to like get pictures and stuff, not even to break their heart. I just be trying to get pictures because I'm just so damn horny or whatever, and it's just not a good idea. So I've tried to be more forward. Because it's not like with Grindr, right, where I catfish someone and then, like, we don't actually meet. It's not like that, but this is something kind of different. No, club. How, because it didn't go into the animation. So yeah, there was that. He ignored me, though, so he didn't say anything, but I'm like, damn. I hope he doesn't know that it's me. It would be funny if he asked me about it.
Oh my god. Please. I'm praying that doesn't happen to you.
Nah, he'll be like, hey! He'll go put a smile on his face and be like, hey, did you like attempt to catfish me? Huh? I'll be like, what are you talking about? I'll be like, catfish you? What? I didn't catfish. I don't know what you mean. Because I had that happen to me one time where someone figured out, or a couple people figured out that I catfished them or whatever. Because this guy was like, he texted me at like 12 in the morning. He was like, are you spying on me through another account? I'm like, what are you talking about? Spying on you? Obviously I'm talking to you on my one and only account. Why would I be spying on you? But somehow he figured it out. And he was a weird case too, because he would constantly lead me on and make it seem as if he was okay or cool with me or whatever. And turns out he didn't want to talk to me anymore because the catfish thing, because he was like, it's so creepy. As if I was stalking you. Like, come on now. Like, we know each other. And then the problem that he would also leave me on red too, which was another, goes back to the pet peeves I talked about before. Never leave me on red. Disrespectful. When he would do that, but I wouldn't really say anything to him because I didn't want confrontation. I didn't want to confront him about that. But yeah, he would constantly do stuff like that. So it's like, you can't really be surprised if, like, I guess I don't know, not understanding why you don't want to talk to me, because I'm like, I don't know, you don't make it obvious. You don't make it that obvious. So yeah. So yeah, there was like, that whole thing. But yeah. So, and then there was someone else I was just talking weirdly to him and stuff, just trying to see, testing straight people to see, what are you willing to do, what aren't you willing to do? So, was definitely doing that, and then he was like, this is a burner account, I know who you are. Mind you, the burner account, suppose that he said was the burner account had 150 followers, and some people. I'm not really sure how you could even guess that, but that scared me a little bit, because I'm like, okay, this is getting scary. I gotta...
You gotta stop.
Yeah, I gotta be smarter about this. Even though I am pretty smart, like, I'm not an idiot. Like, I know, like, I've covered my tracks with this stuff, I guess. But I don't really know, like, I don't know. A lot of people are smart. Some people aren't smart enough to figure out who it is. But even on a private account, people, I guess, can still figure it out or whatever. Because that's what I do. I learned to change the status on the Instagram account. And then also, what else did I do? Change the status so that you wouldn't tell if I was online or not. So that way it wouldn't overlap with my actual account being online. On top of that, made the account private so you can't see who I'm following. Because then if the person sees who I'm following, they're going to be like, oh, I know who this is. Because that's happened before too in high school. So I'm like, no, yep, don't want a repeat of that. So cover those tracks and I should be good. Because then they can't properly figure it out. It's not like my picture is on it. And And then also too, the reason I catfish too, if I'm trying to get pictures or if I'm trying to see if someone's a certain way, I don't have to risk not having them talk to me anymore over that, which is good. Fuck. Yeah, it's like I can be safe and get like I can be safe while asking for pictures, so I don't have to like lose anybody over it. Because that would be annoying, because it's like, I don't want people talking about me over that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that. Being like, oh, this guy tried to ask me for nudes or whatever, and I'm like, well, I don't want that attention towards me, so the best thing to do is to catfish, so that way they could just say, oh, a weird account did this to me one time, but they're not going to say my name, because they don't know it was me. Because how can they say it was me when they don't know?
Right.
So yeah, it sucks being LGBT in Philly. Because on top of not really getting... I mean, I'm not pressed about a girlfriend, but damn, I mean, I would like to date a girl one of these days. Problem is, there's not really... Because here's the thing, if I'm going to date a girl, it can't be someone from Philly, for the most part, or it's not a good chance I'm going to find someone that, you know, is dateable in Philly. Now, there's one girl I know that's pansexual, which is good. And she lives literally next door to me. But I don't know her that well either, to just date her. Plus, I don't want to deal with the, you know, run the risk of getting any women pregnant. So, you know, there's that. So it's a bit of a, you know, interesting thing. And then on top of that, most women, it's like, when you tell them, like, you know, you've been with men before, they probably would run the other way. They're like, you've been with what? And then just start running. Running.
I mean, I'm not bi, but I've definitely watched videos of, like, women be like, oh, wouldn't be able to, you know, date you if you've been with other men. But it's like, you've been with other men too, so what's the difference?
Yeah, it gets me, because it's like, so, a woman who, you know, gets preyed on, all types of stuff, wants to reject a man for, you know, liking her because he's not completely, because he's not gay or not straight. Like, I find that problematic. Even my friends kind of think like that, or one of my friends was like that, because she was like, I wouldn't date a bisexual man because that would be seen, I wouldn't want him trying to compete with me, and I find that a little homophobic, if I'm being honest.
Because, like, what are you competing for? If you like you, then you want to do it.
Yeah, unless you're someone that likes to open a relationship, which most people don't. Most people aren't into that kind of thing, so. There's only one person I know who's polyamorous, but that's about it. Most people aren't into that, so. Yeah, you know, usually if you bring it up, it's like, not their thing. But it's just interesting how she had said that, because I'm like, wow. And the funny thing is, I've talked to some friends that I cut off, some male friends that I cut off, and they were telling me how, you know, those girls that I was friends with and stuff, they do stuff like that. They spread rumors, but they have toxic outlooks on life sometimes, like with stuff like relationships, and then, you know, also not being the kinds of people to revive something that's dead. If it's dead, they're just gonna let it die. There's no reviving it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, basically. Like, there are people, like, if you get cut off, if they cut you off, it's forever. That's never really been me. There's people that piss me off, and there's people who I feel like I wouldn't talk to them ever again. But honestly, I'd be long over it, so the shit don't bother me anymore. Because there was a guy I stopped being friends with because I felt like he was just so toxic, because he would be very rude to me in high school. But he said it was to teach me stuff about life, because I was really immature in high school, to be honest. I wasn't likable at all. But, that being said, I didn't deserve to be treated like shit. I mean, who wants to be? So, there was one day I invited him to my house. I mean, I went to his apartment, and he was just so fucking rude to me. He was so rude, and the next day after that, or a couple days after that, I blocked him because first off, I sent him a long ass paragraph telling him how I felt, and he was like, "That's too long. I'm not reading that." And then I was like, "Are you serious?"
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, that was like a big no for me. So
You would have to throw him.
I cut him off for like 2 years, two and a half years, and then on top of that, during those 2.5 years, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would troll him occasionally. It was not right for me to troll him, but I would troll him occasionally because I was still so salty about it, and I wanted him to feel the burn. And because he said that when he saw my Instagram stories, or saw someone's Instagram stories of my party happening, he said he felt some kind of way. He felt upset about it. I felt bad for him. I feel bad for him now, but at the time I'm like, that's what you get, dude. That's what you get. Like, you deserve to feel the burn. But then on top of that, you know, those girls were also a little problem because they weren't nice to him. They kind of were just like, stop. I keep thinking she's gonna. Those girls, you know, were very toxic. They would say, because there's one girl that I know of. She sat down and she was like, "The only reason you're friends with me is to try to get in my pants, and because I'm a virgin or whatever." And, you know, I had such a skewed outlook about how men should, you know, be or whatever. I didn't understand, you know what, it's okay for men to be horny or ask for nudes. It's not always, it might not always, you know, be looked at as okay by women or whatever, but like, you know, everybody gets horny. Everybody, you know, does something perverted or whatever in some kind of way. Yeah. We all are perverts in some way. We all look at something and we're like, damn, that's so hot. Oh.
Well, I'm not sure. I would have called that perverted.
Are there like things that like you wouldn't do like that you find it like, it's disgusting?
Yes, but I don't want to, I don't know. It might be too much information.
I mean, it won't be. At least for me, I'm very sex positive here. I'm not gonna judge you.
There's like some people are into this, but I'm not. But I don't even like talking about it because like it just sounds gross.
What, scat, spitting, golden showers?
No. Okay, well, I mean obviously that, like all that, yeah, I would never do. Like, but yeah, especially the spitting, like I can't do it.
I can't stand when like, you know, there's this genre of porn where it's like cash masters. I can't stand when they be straight and spitting. It's disgusting.
Oh my god, ew.
It grosses me out, but I mean, hey, to each his own. All I say is someone spits on me, we're fighting. We are fighting.
Degrade. That's like degradation right there. Like, why do you want to be degraded? I mean, but like that's also a king. You know, people do like being degraded, so you know, that's not me though.
Yeah.
So.
You're like respect. So yeah, it's stuff like.
Oh wait, hold on, just 1 second. Okay, so I gotta go after this, cause my friend was doing some bullshit and now I have to come help her. But yeah, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, so yeah, stuff like that. You want to know something funny too? This might be, well, I don't think it's that TMI, but I'm just gonna tell you. So, you know the guy, you remember the guy Darnell, right? Or ZT leader?
Was he in this party before?
No, he was in the stream, but He's someone I talk to a lot. So yeah. So what happened was that he was like going across my Twitter one day, and he yeah, and he was like, you know, oh well, who is he following? I wonder. Long story short, he checked out the Twitter. It certainly wasn't fighting game professionals in the follow list, that was for sure. You want to know what was in the follow list? Mostly in the follow list.
X porn.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh god.
It was feet pages in the follower list.
Oh no.
He won't stop making fun of me about it. So, what happened was that he saw it in the follow list, and he said to himself, he was like, oh, I'm gonna troll him about it one day. So he trolled me about it, like, via text message one day, and he was like, really? Who's real, whatever, their username? And I was like, I don't know, it was just a charity or whatever. Like, I was just lying my ass with it, like, it's just a charity. It's not what it looks like, it's not what you think it is. So yeah, he saw the Twitter page. Now he's not that judgmental of it, but it's just funny, like, all my friends make fun of me about that damn page, about who I'm following on. I did something different with my, lurk page, because I follow those accounts on there by default, but not on my real Instagram, just because I don't want people seeing it, and because people look at follow it, but I guess Twitter, I'm used to not having a bunch of people look at it. So yeah, he saw that stuff on there. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, he won't stop making fun of it. He keeps calling me Feet Boy or whatever, Damien Feet or whatever. It's just so cringe. I'm just like, oh my god, stop. And then he keeps making fun of me, like when you know, because this is a friend that we know who is he's younger than all of us and stuff, but he fun, like he would just be out of pocket, like poor, like don't suck poor this person's toes. I'm like, oh my god, why do you do that? Like he would troll me about it. Like obviously I'm not a pedophile, like he knows that, but he just would troll me with that stuff, and it would just be hilarious. I mean, it would be low-key kind of funny, but it would also be like, damn, what if someone sees this and they're like believing it?
Oh god, I would feel so bad.
I mean, it's fine though. I know he's joking, so it doesn't bother me. But you know, it used to low-key, because I just was like, damn, I don't want people believing that. But then also, I remember, you know, he's just joking, and it really wasn't that bad, honestly. Like he told me about it. He was like, I know you're not a P, so so I know you're actually not. But I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I'd be wondering, I'm like, damn, what if someone sees that on here, and they're like, looking at my streams, and they're like, oh, look at, oh, you always duck. You stay ducking. Like pussy, like pussy.
Wait, oh my god, what the heck? Okay, I'll call you later, cause like my friend is blowing on my phone.
They're like, help me, help me.
She's so annoying. Alright, but it was nice playing with you.
Yeah, I'll text you on here. Cause I'm off tomorrow too, so well today.
Oh, lucky you. Alright, bye.
See you, bud. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's too funny. Girls, girls. But the truth is I've been laying on my ghost, ghost, ghost. Ghost. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. Oh. Oh God. Hell? Oh my god! Oh! Fuck you. Get fucked. But yeah.
And I thought about.
Wait, no man gonna be ordering my girl. I do not care if he's ass way. Ain't no girl's gonna be ordering my girl. You better call him and hit him up.
I'm gonna stand right here so when you come.
YouTube channel, but this is definitely going to be a getting closer. But yeah, it's been fun.
Inclusive language and consistency. When we first had Rupert, there was a lot of Don't you remind him the older people in the family? No, he does not have a father, he has a donor. Yes, we're going to point out parts of his face. And you're like, oh, did he get that from his father? He will correct you 20 times. In a and, yeah, still do it. I'm still do it. Inclusive language and consistency. When we first had Rupert, there was a lot of Don't you remind him the older people in the family? No, he does not have a father, he has a donor. Yes, we're going to point out parts of his face. And you're like, oh, did he get that from his father? He will correct you 20 times. In a and, yeah, still do it. I'm still do it. Inclusive language. When we first had Rupert, there was a lot of Don't you remind him the older people in the family? No, he does not have a father, he has a donor. Yes, we're going to point out parts of his face. And you're like, oh, did he get that from his father? He will correct you 20 times. In a and, yeah, still do it. I'm still do it.
No. Oh. Fuck. Oh, fuck. What? Ah! Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God!